Is this stock in a flag, or is it having a more significant retrace? My name is Kim Watson. In this video I'm looking at looking to answer a question that I was given yesterday about whether this stock is actually having or producing a bit of a flag here, or whether it's got potential to roll over a little bit more. Now, if you're not too familiar with flags, let me just cover that off first. In terms of a flag, is where you've got price action that's pulled back, pushed up, and then pulls back as you get some profit taking coming into play. And what you're expecting is, this is the impulse wave, retracement wave. You're looking for another impulse wave to see a continuation of the move. Now, as these we get more of these retracement moves in between, it becomes a little bit more difficult to work out, well, is this over? Is this over? Are we going to see a bigger crash? Let's leave the wave structure and look at the pattern. There's the pattern. So there's the flag. Effectively, it might be a flag that the price is actually contained. The bars in that are sort of just giving us lower highs, lower lows. Now, so there's the flag. Now, a bearish flag would look similar. So you've got the main impulse down, retracement up in that case. So everything I'm saying really just works inverted. So my question then comes back to a question I would have: are you already in the trade, or are you looking to get into the trade? Because if you're not already in it, you're in a much nicer position than if you're in it and worried that actually this might not stop here but might roll over, and should I come out? So there's a very big difference. If I'm not in it and I'm looking to buy it, well, it doesn't really matter if it does this, as long as I'm not trying to catch every single opportunity of it coming down to every single moving average, because I could be stopped out probably 2 or 3 times, and then the tendency is to leave it, and you know what happens then, it goes. So patience if you're looking on the buy side. If you're on the sell side, well, I wouldn't say don't have patience. You can have some patience, but you should have an area of where you're moving your stops to and deciding on what your goals are of that particular stock. If you're a long-term buy and holder and you really don't care, well, then you don't care. Why are you asking me this question? If you're looking to get into something, well, as I said, it's a simpler process. Why is it so simple if you're that way around? Well, as I say, unless you're trying to buy on the retracements, on the lows, or trying to find a low in this market, you don't need to find the low. You can allow the market to move and set you the idea of whether it is a flag and it's starting to break. Take the move down here. It doesn't matter really where I draw it. There's your flag, effectively. You could have drawn it from right the way down there, it doesn't really matter, but there's the flag, the pattern itself, there's the flag pole, there's the flag itself, it's flagging, and I quite like this because it's an abnormal little pattern. It's quite ugly. Sometimes on those flag movements they go almost straight down, bar after bar. Other times you get this sort of bars coming here, and then you get this sort of lower high sort of appearance, but it could be over the same time. It's just a way, and this is, look, it's trying to make a lower high, hasn't already made it, hasn't broken the low, absolute low there, so it's then carried on. Either way, it really doesn't matter whether it's done this or this. The fact is, you should be able to draw a line across the top. If you can't draw a line across the top and it's too messy, well, I don't know, it's not really a flag of such. It's probably a different bit of pattern, just a consolidate sideward consolidation. Who knows? But if you're looking at it, looking for an absolute flag, which this isn't really I mean, I'd have to come down to the hourlies to see this as a flag, maybe the 4 hourlies. But then if you're judging this on a daily or end of day, you should be judging it on the end of day and letting time go past and seeing if it develops a proper flag or if it's got more downside anyway. The reality is nobody really knows, well, there might be a few people in the big know-how, but whether this is going to really roll over some more or whether it's going to push up. Now, you might have seen it's Lockheed Martin, so yep, it's in supplies of arms, and when there's wars around, they do well. So you'll probably be shouting at me, it's Lockheed Martin, Kim. That's definitely bullish. Let's just buy it. whatever. Anyway, so the conservative approach then is just to wait until it's set itself out. Let it carry on developing. As I said, if you're not in it, it's easy because you just got to be patient. Just wait, and then when it breaks your trend line, there's the first opportunity. Alternatively, and it could be either an addition or it could be the first trade you take, you just will wait for it to break the top. So trading flags, I know it's very simple, it seems quite simple, and it is simple if that's how you're trading them. The complexities get when we try and take them from down here, and I'd be a worse one for trying to do these things in the past, of actually trying to catch, looking at, as I say, every different moving average, every bit of confluence you could find to give a reason to be buying here, and then the next thing is you actually realize that it's going to roll over. But using this more conservative approach, it doesn't really matter if it carries on down because you're not in the trade. A bit of patience. The times I say in the markets when we're trading in a day trading room, there's that was a good miss, because I'm being patient. I put a line on it. It's not going through the line or the moving average I might be looking at. It's not breaking that level, and it carries on rolling against me or my plan. That's a good miss. Good misses are good. So two options to get in here, and that's how I would be looking, or what I would be looking. If you're looking at this up here, we're just trying to draw a line here. If you're looking at this area up here, it's quite early. It's not really produced what I would call a flag on this time frame. As I said, you can look down the time frames and you'll see something quite different. Other factors you might look at with if you're looking at stocks is look at the volume. If the volumes are also going down when the price is going down, then it would suggest that and reducing. So the volumes are reducing. It would suggest there's less sellers coming into the market, and eventually if the volume starts picking up on the way to breaking, as it starts putting in more bullish candles, well there's demand. The demand is starting. So you can't do this so easily with Forex, but you can certainly do it looking at stocks that have got volume built into them. So there we are. In summary, if you're not in it, it's easier. Just wait, be patient, let the flag form. If it's a bit unclear like what I'm looking at here, I'd just be a bit more patient. Now it might be the next bar flies up and I've missed it. I don't know what's happened. It's to say I've got a US market for Lockheed Martin here, so the London market may have already pushed on through. That would be cheating looking at that though. But the thing is, I don't know, and you're going to miss some. 2 bars isn't a flag in a picture of this size, or 3 bars isn't a flag. It's got to be pro rata. You've got to have a few bars there to make it look more of a significant flag. So if you're then in the position of being in the stock and looking to come out the stock, or possibly come out the stock, well, you should already have a predetermined level of where you're going to exit this, and it may be that you're moving stops up gradually, following behind, and whatever it is, leave it to be, because it doesn't matter then if it turns into a flag without going and catching your stop and carries on. Well, that's great. You're in it. It may even give you an opportunity to buy some more. So there we go, flags or crashes. I'll leave it up to you, but I would be looking for waiting for the time. Hopefully I'd be in a situation where I'm looking to get in the easy bit and then taking the, as I say, conservative approaches. Hope you find this video useful.